Hello again, my friends. I apologize if my acoustics are a little silly. I'm recording it from the car, which I don't do often, but it's been one of those weeks. Aaron is sick, and we've got, and he's got interviews and things for our move, and we've got our, so we're just wrapping up this chapter. Honestly, we're getting ready to close this chapter. I've handed off my calling. My activities calling at church, and I'm teaching 4 of my 6 classes for the last time and saying goodbye to students. And it's just been a little bit hectic, to say the least. Oh, and then our birthdays are this week. So with that, though, I took a moment to journal some of the things that I have taken away from year 33, some learnings, if you will. And I thought that they would be worth sharing. I think that there's a power in that vulnerability of sharing our experiences, sharing the lessons that we have learned, because it helps others feel validated. It helps us to feel not alone, and maybe just helps us to refocus too on maybe the things that we need to be focusing on. So hopefully there's something in this little list for you. So with that, I think there's 5 of them. Double check. Yep, there's 5 of them. So the first one is God is greater than even your greatest anxieties. No problem is too big for him. Number 2, God can make lemonade out of lemons. He takes our best efforts and intentions and make sure that they are working for our good. There was a moment last week that Aaron and I stopped and realized some repeat patterns in how we make decisions for ourselves and for our family. And, like forks in the road, where we could have made a different choice and been probably like further along from like a worldly standpoint, right? Like a financial standpoint. And honestly, every detour though, looking back, I see that it was necessary. There were things that have happened, especially living here in Kent over the last 3 years, where it's like I would not be on the path that I am on now with such a surety. I wouldn't be the person that I am if it weren't for very specific experiences and people that I've met in this chapter, in this place. And only God can know that, right? Number 3, surround yourself with good people, especially ones who are different from you. You're more capable together. And I've talked about that a lot in regards to my best friend, and in regards to my committee when I was planning those activities for our church congregation ladies. And it's just so stunning to me how our strength could be somebody else's weakness and vice versa. And we can all be made better when we work together. We really and truly are not meant to be alone. 4, you can't solve a problem you know nothing about. This has been like my mantra lately. You can ask Aaron. I should put it on a t-shirt. It is my new slogan. Make sure you reach out to others so that you know what their problems are, right? Reach out and communicate with them, but also make sure you're communicating your problems and your needs as well. You can't expect people to come save you if they don't know what's going on in your brain. Because I am guilty of that, where I have those moments where I'm just like, this would be a great time for somebody to swoop in and help me here. But how would they know? How would they know if you don't open up and let them in? Last, but definitely not least, is keep working and praying during waiting periods. That's when you become. You're worth it. The wait will be worth it. And I mean, that's honestly a testament to my grandma right there, because she that was her last piece of advice to me before she passed, was to just keep praying. That there was a lot of problems she knew that she could never relate to or help me solve. But that was the one piece of advice she could give, was just to keep praying. And then I saw a quote on Instagram the other day that said something to the effect of, like, God can turn your worst pains into your best story. And I have truly seen that over the last year. Some of the highest highs and lowest of lows. And I am in a place more self-assured and passionate about what I'm doing in the future, and just excited. So hopefully, if you're in that waiting period, I know how it feels. It's not fun. It's not fun to be unsure every single day you wake up. The anxiety that brings. Know that he's there. There's no problem that's too big for him. Know that wait is worth it. Lean on him. Lean on him. He will get you through it. And that's it for now. Until next time, have the best week.